afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November 18, 2024. Well, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call this week, Wednesday night, a little after 9:15 p.m. When we can master fully relax into our body so that there is no tension hiding inside us anywhere. When we can fully relax inside, we become deeply aware beings again. It's easy to see how insignificant and fleeting thoughts actually are. The more we can feel into the spiritual truth of who and what we are, we naturally pull back our attention to our real selves. It just feels good. So we naturally do it. Our spiritual nature takes care of us. And we can effortlessly enjoy this life. Which means we have stopped dwelling on the negative. We are grateful for life again. Even for the opportunity to shift out of this negative space. We appreciate, love, and enjoy this simple experience of being alive. We understand that if you cannot see God, then we cannot see God at all. Turn within and you will become free and liberated because it's all a dream. Robert Adams. Is it a dream? Are we actually dreaming? Well, in a way, yes. Because we've created, the gods that we are have created quite, I would say, a phenomenal, adventure-filled life. And it's interesting because we have a lot of definitions for fear. Fear is front and center with a lot of people on this planet at this time. And what is fear made of? Fear is made of ignorance of one's own self. Oh, so what does that mean? That means when you know who and what you are, there won't be any fear at all. Doesn't it make sense that we lay out this life, right? And we manifest this magical adventure in order to experience our greatest magic, power, and freedom. And how do we do that? Well, we go inside. We stay in the now. We focus moment to moment. We practice and practice and practice until we're there most of the time. So when we step into the fear base ego mind, we'll know it immediately. We'll know it. It's second nature. We just say, okay, I'm not staying there. I'm going into the now. And see, when your heart is truly fearless, your soul trusts that it's safe to perpetually open up to this life. And nothing feels impossible for any of us. We can ask anything of this universe, and it is not too much. Most people think, well, I'm just asking for too much. The fearless being is the most desired, empowered, and beautiful being in this entire universe. Whatever their heart desires instantly begins to manifest into this world. See, there's certain variables that interrupt our flow. And when you hear this, what I'm sharing with you is that this is how we originally designed it. We designed our lives to enjoy. Period. Okay? We designed our lives so that we would be in the heart-mind all the time. We designed our lives so that fear wouldn't exist. In the heart-mind, it doesn't exist. Worry, stress, anxiety, which this planet is just, we know it's overflowing by our own creation. Now, to a lot of people, this being fearless, empowered, beautiful being, the most in the entire universe, and whatever your heart desires instantly begins to manifest in this world. Well, a lot of people think that that's just, crazy. It's crazy, ridiculous, it's outrageous. Yet, when we learn how to transform fear, every moment becomes an invitation to meet the divine. Awaiting within each one of us is an enlightening, heart-opening, godly experience. Now, this is a discovery. It's discovering this fearless freedom begins with one simple step. Approach all fear with fascination. All of it. All of it. Curious. We're all curious. We're very curious beings. And when we meet anything with curiosity, life takes us into higher and higher and higher states of expansion instead of deeper limiting sensations of contraction. Fascination makes you become more open, relaxed, and receptive to the magic that is all around you. And you naturally want to dive into this life and experience each being you meet with endless wonder, curiosity, and this creates more intimacy. It requires tremendous courage to change your relationship with fear. Yet, if you don't, fear will continue to castrate the rest of your life. Now, you may want to just try this little experiment this week. Pick one day where you are going to create more freedom in your life by meeting your fear with fascination, whatever may happen to you in these short 24 hours. Do not let any fear shrink you, yet allow it to move through you in such a way that it creates a transformation inside you. Breathe into your fear. Welcome it. And when you say yes to it, it will shift before your very eyes. Now, if you can maintain this commitment to yourself for this one day, you might just believe by evening time that you are one of the most fortunate, sacred, and amazing beings who are alive on this planet. We didn't design things the way they are. We didn't. Are they perfect? Sure, they're perfect. Everything's perfect exactly the way it is. So what happened? Well, you remember, all of us, that this civilization was heavily steeped in bicameralism, a few thousand years ago. And it was very easy, it's been very easy, to shift the direction, the complete direction of this civilization, which has been done. So you take something and you reverse it. Pain, suffering, disappointment, anger, fear, anxiety is the opposite of how we design things. We only have those things to experience the difference between bad and good, so to speak. Now, the possibility of any of us living in doubt, skepticism, and resistance to this life is always going to be there in each moment. And it can sneak in and take on one of these disguises. It doesn't mean you have to pay attention to it. You can choose to ignore it, ignore any fearful energy or feeling that you sense growing inside you, and breathe beyond it. Simply take a look underneath the contracted, fear-based energy, and you'll see that it's an angel in disguise. It's simply there to help you create deeper roots of love. And everything plays a role. Everything's connected. Just like fear, it has this very special and sacred job in your life. It is going to make sure you do not die without feeling ridiculously alive. If you're not pouncing on your life mission, taking the risk to open your heart to love every day, believe in the impossible, and reaching for the miraculous, then fear will do its job and start eating at you. We do need fear here, there. Yet we do not have to live in it. It's a big difference. Having it there and living in it. If our world was completely without the concept of fear, what would we be like? Well, we'd probably be like zombies. There'd be no courage or vigilance of awareness. We wouldn't be very accurate at focusing our precious attention and intention into what makes our heart truly sing. Everything is orchestrated, but see, some of it has been manipulated to be overboard. Overboard. Too much, way too much. We don't need the amount that we get every day. You might want to explore a feeling of deep acceptance with your personal relationship with everything. Worry, stress, fear, happiness, joy, bliss. How do you typically respond when fear, anxiety, stress shows its scary head? Do you run and hide? Then retaliate with anxiety? See, when fear comes into our bodies, what happens? We learn how to use everything at our disposal. Right now, everything's using us. So, you learn how to use these things. A lot of us will kind of do an about-face walk, not going to deal with that. It's still there. Doesn't go anywhere. Then you turn around a corner a while down the road and you look and go, oh, that's still there, isn't it? Shoot. And finally you just say, I'm going to go up and give it a big full body hug and just going to get on the couch with it and just have a conversation. See what it needs, what it wants. Everything's energy. We all know that. So doesn't it make sense, like on anything? When we stop feeding fear, fear can feed us. It's just energy. And when you find out how to welcome it in with curiosity, it sharpens your focus, clarifies your intentions, makes your whole body, mind super passionate about what you want to get out of this life. Now, my invitation for you this week is no small matter. It will shake you to your roots. This is what it means to do so that the real metamorphosis can begin. Stop resisting everything. Start welcoming it in. Learn how to ride the hungry tiger instead of be eaten by it. You will actually enjoy everything about life again. You ever notice how things play us? We're being played by these emotions all the time. It's not like we know we're being played, okay? But since we have this amnesia thing, and we don't remember who and what we are, it's pretty powerful to have these energies manipulating us, playing us. Now, when you look, ask yourself this question. Are you running away from yourself? Whatever parts we are running away from always end up becoming what we run towards at some point. In this lifetime or the next. Excuse me. Learn how to embrace everything. Now, I'm not saying that it's a cinch, okay? Because it isn't. It is our natural state of being, but boy, we haven't been in that natural state of being for a very long time. And when you begin, and of course it's a choice, right? You decide. No one's deciding for you. No one will. Learn how to embrace your fear, love your fear, and everything else. You know, the anxieties, the stresses, the faith, all of it. In this lifetime. Love your fear. You will form a deeper spiritual respect for this life. You will appreciate all variations of this life and not just be seeking to have easy, good days. Find what it is, whatever it is, you truly fear. Because there's a lot of stuff. There really is. It is a whole boatload. Many people on this planet, they fear. They fear. What is the fear? See, this is when we don't embrace it and out of our curiosity comprehend it. What it is, really, what it needs. But the majority of us on this planet in this very now moment fear love, intimacy, fear success, fear failure, fear living, fear dying, fear wealth, fear poverty, fear happiness, fear sadness, fear anger, fear stress. I mean, it's endless. And when we shift it, we flip it, right? Then we start to have fun and fascination because we embrace it. Doesn't matter what it is. See, when we say to ourselves, I'm going to invite this in, invite it in, and see how all of my ancient phobias instantly flip around and become ways of enthralling fascination. You have fun with it. And then you start looking forward to each meeting you have with it. And when you do, you've truly mastered the game. This is a game for all of us, you know. It really is. It's a game. We create the game. See, this is why we say, don't take this life so seriously, as many of us do. You know? And what is it? Well, it goes back to our programming. You got to take life seriously. You're a full-grown man or woman now. You've got to get out there and you've got to earn a living. Right? Who told them that? Their parents, so on and so forth. Now, see, the thing is, it is, you got to laugh. We create this magical, holographic imaging parade of happenings, adventures, and everything. And then we create these bodies, so what we do is we enter the bodies. Now, the real challenge here is that when we enter the body, we don't even know who and what we are. Then we start looking at our hands. Now, sometimes we will, just briefly, we'll remember that we were in another body, and then we'll go, and we open our eyes and we're looking and going, oh no, I'm not here again, am I? Yep, there's those little hands, and there's those little feet. And see, we are so deeply consumed by this world every day. Look at it as a watcher, observer. How, you know, and when you're asleep or unaware, it's easy to be literally consumed by this world every day. I mean, let's face it, the moment we open our eyes in the morning, the mind kicks in on hyperdrive, and we are flooded with all sorts of beliefs, emotions, and desires. Well, are any of us exempt from that? I don't believe so. It's at different levels, different degrees. It can become very easy in this day and age to feel at times overwhelmed, right? And we've got all these things, right? They're all swirling around. These things that we've created. We got relationships, right? And we got finances. And we got love, life, family, work, health problems. And we go on and on. Are at the foundation. And then, see, let's sprinkle on our newly found, continually evolving technological relationships, right? Look at us now with these cell phones, internet, texting. We may end up spending half of our day or more trying to figure out how to get through it all in one piece. Even though it is captivating. And it's so captivating that we can easily miss out on the connection with our amazing spiritual existence. Look at all the goodies. Why would we pay attention to our spiritual existence? We got too many things going on here. Don't have time to meditate or do any of that stuff. It's boring anyway. Now, how do you surround yourself with people every day whose only interest is in achieving enlightenment? Wouldn't our world be very, very, very different? Yet, we have chosen, it's pretty much, we have chosen a planet where everyone is still deeply asleep to their divine enlightened nature. In fact, we are also asleep that we don't even know that we are asleep. Every human being is sleepwalking through this life, meaning that we are always plugged into the mind. The veil is so thick and the pattern is so deep that we need to use everything we've got to wake up. This means using everything you can find outside of yourself and inside of yourself. And it's a good quote from St. Teresa of Avila. Any real ecstasy is a sign you are moving in the right direction. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Period. See, we have all this stuff all around us all the time. Okay? Yeah, at times you feel like you're ducking and, dodging and looking here and looking there. Sometimes getting whacked upside the head from a piece out there. Blindsided at times. Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like that? Rocking and rolling almost all the time. Now, if we just start to use all that to assist us in finding the God that we are in these bodies, that's a different story. And we use everything that we have inside and everything that we have access to outside. We have all these senses, right? Touch, taste, feel, hear, even breathe. We can breathe in the smell of the divine. Use every moment of your free time to find deep silence, stillness, inner peace, so you can connect with the divine. Use anything you can. Books, doesn't matter. Anything that vibrates with you. Now, when you feel like you might be making some form of connection to God, breathe that feeling as deeply into your body as possible. Stop everything. Give this experience all that you've got, because we know it might not last long. Notice how the feeling resonates with what's going on in your life. Find the practical aspects, like how does this simple commercial or somebody says something to you, or you see a banner, whatever it is, okay, it's directed to you. It's directed to guiding you. Saying something. But a lot of the times we just are so kind of like overfilled with all that stuff out there that we don't acknowledge it. We don't identify it. It just kind of, you ever done that? You see something and you kind of for a moment you go, And someone says, what is it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking of something. See, there are no coincidences at all. There never have been. See, God is already always around you, all of us. We only have synchronicity in this life. Everything is perfect and divinely aligned. And the source, the God source, never, ever, ever, ever makes mistakes. So when you are 100% devoted to finding total alignment with the divine, which is the God that you really are, the pure consciousness, in everything around you, the magic will move its way into you. It is not unusual whatsoever. Whatsoever. If only, say, when we say to ourselves, I'm going to slow way down. I'm going to let go of everything. And I'm going to focus on the God that I am within this body. As much as I can. As we all know, it does take practice. You know, you don't just do it once a month, once a week. You do it all the time. It's like anything. Doesn't it sound vibration really warm and inviting to know that you keep doing this, you'll rediscover that you're the God in the body. And then everything is going to shift. All of a sudden, your ego mind becomes, it kind of sits in the back seat. And it doesn't say anything. Big difference. So all your fears, right? All your fears are wiped away, and you begin to discover the fact that what do you have? What do you have? Peace and real freedom, which I don't believe anybody on this planet has felt in a very, very, very long time. Breathe in the God that you are. And you know what? Enlightenment is not for the half-ass skeptical seeker. It isn't. The protective, the cynic and the pessimist, or the mind addict that is super think about it during the quiet time of this meditation. It's your choice. This is about exploring deeply our connection with the divine. Every moment we can get. And now is always the best time. Many of us, maybe this week's not the right time. There will always be super important things which we need to do. Yet, the reality is that your soul has been waiting for real spiritual liberation for lifetimes. And lifetimes and lifetimes. You, all of us, have been preparing for a profound spiritual experience forever. And what we're really truly here to do is to let go of everything and find our real connection to the divine again. I'll join you in meditation. I'll return and close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out from the mouth. Remain still, focused on your breath rising and falling, relaxed into the body. The great divine artist high in the sky couldn't find anything other than love to make you with. In fact, every moment of your entire life was crafted from this same raw material. Beware, your mind may try to make you believe otherwise. It gets caught up in illusions, thinking that there is something other than love inside you. Stay connected with your heart for the next 24 hours, and you will see how the mind gets wrapped up in duality. When you understand this love law of this universe, knowing love is behind everything we think, feel, see, and do, that love is the blackboard behind all there is. Then you might stop judging yourself in this world and see just how amazing this life truly is. Seeing it just makes info so wonderful and simple. All there is love, sweet love. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Well, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest the deepest deepest, purest the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's happening inside of you or outside of you, open your heart and let the magic flow in.